I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very surprised that I don't see the real estate business for sale. If you have a good clientele, if you want to help those clients, you should sell your business. At the same time, you're doing a good thing for your clients, that you're putting them in good hands.
100%.
You can.
And this is shocking. This 1/3, 1 in 3 realtors in NAR are over 65 years of age.
Oh,
It's alarming.
they're not producing.
And they're not producing,
they're not
they're not
producing.
contributing.
No.
Everybody's drifting or towards artificial intelligence if it's not hallucinating.
They're not there.
What would you change anything? Like in your first year, what would, Maria of 93 do different? Would you?
I have no regrets, to be honest. I think I did the right thing. I think I start the way I should have started. Back from the first day until now, the only thing I would change probably would be spend more time with my family.
So I'm going to welcome you and introduce you
Okay.
by name. So I'm with Maria Vieira, a longtime friend and colleague. Last episode, I sort of had an imposter syndrome. I was asking myself, why am I doing this? Like, who cares? There's so many podcasts, so many opportunities out there, platforms for people to listen to. So why am I doing this? And I realized that I'm not really doing it for me or about me, but about the people that I can bring on program like this, right? So today, we're with Maria Vieira, started shortly after I did in 1993. As I said, friend, colleague. We never worked together, but we worked together on the field.
Made deals together.
And Maria, I'm going to throw some of this at you and just let you run with it. But the premise of the show is, what is it? The pursuit of it. So I've been asked about Maria, and I said, well, Maria has it. Maria has it. So I want to get from you, and we're going to talk about this. What is it? What makes Maria someone that started 33 years ago, started well? I know you had a really good beginning, and you're going to tell us about it. And not only did you have a good beginning and start well, but you sustained it, elevated, and grew. And then I want to get into the end, beginning, middle, and end. End is, what is your legacy? What is, I know the answer to the question, by the way, but what is Maria doing with her business after all these years? At some point, the end will come. What is
Sure.
Maria doing
For
with her
everybody.
business? So thank you for coming. I know you're a busy entrepreneur. Happy to have you here. Good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while.
Thank you.
Um,
Likewise.
Thank you. So tell us about your beginning. I different times, and I have some stats here from NAR about women in real estate working in this industry. Was it not?
100%. It was this field was led by men. So for me as a young person coming to this field and start being one of the best, was not easy for a man to see a new person coming in and be better than them. At the beginning, of course, then they get used to it. There was no other way. Because when I started, I told myself, I'm doing what I like, and I want to be one of the best, and nobody would stop me.
And you were, and you are. And I think it's safe to say that you're like an icon, and you work
Thank you.
predominantly, not all entirely, but in the beginning was Portuguese-speaking community.
Most of my clients, even today, are Portuguese.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, most of them were Portuguese. And I tell you, I didn't only start with the Portuguese. I started with family and friends. The first people I called was my friends and my family to let them know that I'm a real estate agent, what I do, can I visit you? I always had the conversation like face-to-face. I would ask them, can I go over? And when I get there, then I will tell them, I'm licensed, I want to help you, you should buy a house. And the first month, I had 5 deals, all buyers from friends. five
sales
deals,
closings.
5 sales on the first month. But I tell you, I work until 11, 12, 1 p.m. I would not leave their house until they know exactly the reason I was there.
It's a lesson to be learned here because I know things changed because of COVID and now we're less face to face. But so going back in the 90s in the Portuguese speaking community, which is a bit.
Not educated at that time, probably.
I'm not going to say the word, but you did 5 ends. We're not going to talk dollars because dollars today are different than they were today. But 5 ends in today's world is almost a year's worth of income for the average realtor, according to Trev Stats. Tell us about your difficulties in penetrating the male dominance and the chauvinism and all of the pushback, because I was around at that time, and I started slightly before you did, so I understand there wasn't a lot of prominent top producers. There was a handful that came through, and they're still with us selling. Tell us about some of the experiences and some of the things that catapulted you to just.
I'm going to be honest. The more they think they will pull me back, they will push me forward. If I hear, like, for example, I heard, like, oh, does your husband cook for you? Who's taking care of your kids?
Yeah.
I said, yes, I'm doing very well in real estate. Thank you for asking. I'm going to be very honest with you. It was not easy at all to be successful in an office where most top producers were men.
Yeah. Has it changed today? It's 2026.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I believe we are more women than men now.
I have some stats. I pulled some stats. Unfortunately, I'm with Organized Real Estate. I am a director with ARIA, but we don't track this.
Of course.
I have some stats from almost a decade ago, but I have up-to-date stats from NAR, National Association of Realtors. I often confuse that with NRA, which is the National Rifle Association. But NAR, today, it's 63% women.
See?
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah. And if you're looking at, Maria, past TREP president, female, the one before that, female, current president-elect, who's going to be a guest on this program, also female, ARIA, current president and acting CEO, Kathy Poland. So it's women have
dominating. Yeah.
And they're taking on the leadership roles in Organized Real Estate, which is
amazing. When you buy a house, I think it's really, really important that the lady likes the house. So the lady makes the decision most of the times. So dealing with another lady, I think it helps because we understand the needs of a woman in a house more than men. With all the respect.
We got it.
But I believe that we fit more in this business than men.
It's a trust issue, right? And I think women are more easily trusted
100%
than guys. No disrespect to the men, and there are a lot of really good.
Oh, I respect them 100%. That goes without saying, but the reality is that I believe we fit better in this for this industry.
Do you feel like we had a lot of women coming in over the years? Others came in at the same time you did, as I did. No names, but why did you succeed at the level? We're not like you did really. You're doing really, really, really well, and you've been doing it for almost 3.5 decades. So that's like, not only did you survive, you made 5 ends in the first month, but you continue that growth or that trajectory, and to this day you still have a legacy of business. How come others didn't do so well? What made Maria succeed when other male and female didn't do so well in this business?
Well, if I ask them, I was many times called a workaholic. And I believe I am. There's no questions about it.
It's not a bad
thing. I don't see it as a bad thing, but I commit myself to something. I want to do it. I don't have much time to go out with friends. Of course, my family suffered, and I was accused by other real estate agents. But most of them, they want to do what I do. They ask me, how can you, they ask me a lot of things. How can you be so successful? How can you work so many hours and you always happy? You don't look tired. You know what I say? Because I do what I like. If you like what
Yeah.
you do, you don't feel tired. And to be honest, it's not difficult to be what I am. I think the difficulty was at the beginning, climbing to the top. Now, you just have to keep doing the same thing you did to make you to the top.
Because sometimes it's harder to stay on top, but you've
If
shown that you can.
If you keep on doing what brought you to the top, you'll always be on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Just keep on doing it. But you have to do it.
It's interesting. You said that people would look at you as a workaholic and, go home, Maria. But if your name was Manuel, they would have said, good job, Manuel. But if, because
100%.
you're a female,
100%.
they put you down back in the day. Not so much now.
Not now, no.
I-
It's totally different. It's like I've been doing this for 100 years, looking at the difference from then and now. People are much more educated, and again, we are more women than men now. We earned that respect.
Right. Yeah. And it was tough. And I got to give you guys credit. I remember those days. I remember some of the comments that I'd hear then and now, and it's tough to hear. I have 2 daughters. Mm-hmm. One of them works with me, and she'll say that if a woman does something, she's a bitch. If a guy does something, well, he's got tenacity or balls,
hero.
right? Yeah, yeah.
And
So-
of course, not only asking me who's taking care of my kids,
Right.
I had the worst comments that I'm not going to mention
Yeah.
them, but you know what? They always push me forward.
They motivate you. So you're
100%.
here, but you're not here alone now. You have part of the legacy, and you have people working with you. You want to tell us about that?
I have 2 sons and my daughter-in-law as well. So we have a legacy now, and obviously I want to pass that business to them.
Right.
Hopefully they are learning from me, and so far so good. Obviously, I'm not ready to retire. I still love what I do, and I don't know how to do anything else. This is the truth. Like I'm 58. What I'm going to do? I still want to do what I like to do. I love it, and I want to pass that passion to them.
Right.
Not only, don't come to this business only for the money. Money is important, 100%, and you get the money. We get paid very well.
Yeah.
But you have to deliver what the client expects from you, and that's what I tell my kids. What are you selling? What are we selling in this business, Manny?
Well, we're selling
services.
it's a service that we provide, but I think our strength,
Service.
and you would agree based on your legacy of business, is relationships, right?
Exactly, but the clients hire us not to sell a house. We don't sell the houses. The owners sell the houses. We sell services, and we get paid very well for these services. So it's our duty, it's our obligation to provide the service that your client needs.
The best possible way.
That's exactly what I tell my kids, my kids, the grown-ups, but the legacy. I want my legacy to continue the same way as I started. Deliver what your clients are expecting.
We have no doubt that you will. You'll pass it on.
Hopefully.
But you're like, I'm 62 and I'm still going at it. So if
See, I'm still
you're
young.
giving
I'm
ages
still
away,
young.
so I have to.
I have to agree.
I'll
and
contribute.
you look 50.
No, thank you. You mentioned we provide a service and we get handsomely paid. But I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to tell those that don't know. You've always been connected with the community, and you've always
Correct.
given back. Like I
Correct.
remember you on parades, front row,
All
with
the
your
time.
banners, your T-shirts, waving flags, and giving back. You sponsor local community centers. That's important. So we can't just talk about getting well compensated in services without at least giving you some sort of recognition
Two-way
for doing it.
street.
Yeah, it's a two-way street.
Correct.
And you can't have a healthy business sector without a healthy community, and vice versa.
100%.
So good on you, and thank you for that. And that's something that more people should learn from.
Yeah.
So a takeaway from today is give back.
Of course. And you're going to give back to who? I chose to give back to my own community. All the clubs and associations, Portuguese clubs and associations, they can count on me. They've been counting on me.
Yeah.
I've been part of a Portuguese club since day one, dedicated many hours to them, help them from day one. But I'm very, very happy that I get a lot of clients from there. And not only I get clients from there, I know what I'm working with. You're working with friends.
Like-minded people, yeah.
If a friend becomes a client becomes a friend. That's how I do it.
I have we're not going to, don't turn around now because you'll ruin the shot, but I have a poster there that I used. That's half of a lifetime. I was 31 years old on that poster. I remember going to local community clubs and seeing your poster on the walls.
Cool.
It was so funny. It was
Cool.
like, there it was. There's Maria. You're laughing. I don't know if you still do it.
I still do it.
But there was Maria sponsoring this club and that club, and there wasn't just one. You
I
spread
told you
it around.
before, so you keep doing what you used to do, and you always be successful. So why should I change it? I still help the Portuguese community every time that they ask me. I never say no.
And your kids go with you. You're
I
getting
get my
into that?
kids involved. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about something that really breaks my heart, and I'm with the OREA board of directors, and I'm starting to make a little bit of noise, and we're all of the opinion that there's something that needs to be done. Agents of your experience or mine, 20 plus years in a business, they're retiring. Where's their business going? What's happening with their business? What do you see out there?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very surprised that I don't see real estate business for sale. If you have a good clientele, if you want to help those clients, you should sell your business. At the same time, you're doing a good thing for your clients, that you're putting them in good hands.
100%.
You can, when you sell your business, you should be with that person for a year or 2 or 3, whatever you agree to. You can sell your business for good money. I have a legacy. I didn't want to sell my business, but I had someone offer me $1 million for my books.
Yeah.
And I had to be with that person for 2 years. I had to sell my phone number, obviously. But I would consider, I think every agent should do that. Instead of fading, let the business go away to somebody else. I don't think it's the right thing.
Every agent should, but very, very few do.
I understand.
I
think it's something that when you do your meetings or something as a broker, you should tell them to plan. I plan my retirement. Very good.
We're working on it. And
very good.
And there is, I'm going to give you a stat from NAR, again from NAR. Average, so percentage of age, percentage of agent based on age. So between 50 and, if that makes sense, between 50 and 54 years of age, 11% of the membership are in that age category. This is NAR. Between 55 and 59, 15% of the membership is in that age category. 60 to 64, 15%. And this is shocking. This 1/3, 1 in 3 realtors in NAR are over 65 years of age.
Oh.
It's alarming.
They're not producing anymore.
And they're not producing.
No,
they're not
producing.
contributing.
No.
Everybody's drifting or towards artificial intelligence if it's not hallucinating.
They're not there anymore.
These people have so much experience. They have a wealth of knowledge. They have a database, and it just evaporates.
Exactly.
Why?
They're not doing the good thing.
Who's not? What are we missing? We've been doing this wrong for over 100 years in organized real estate. Nobody's teaching our people. They're our brothers and sisters.
I'm very surprised that I don't see real estate business for sale. At the end, it's your service that you're selling.
Agents business, yeah.
Agents business, exactly. I don't know why. I would not let my business just fade. I would refuse myself to that. It will be a very failing end for me.
It is. It sounds really horrible to say, but
100%.
it's like if you're a top producer like yourself, and
I want to be a top producer till the end.
hence the word legacy.
Exactly. And if I didn't have anybody to take over my business, I would sell them while they were on the top, and I will provide my service for a year or two or three, whatever. But I think real estate agents should consider that.
But so few do. I've been calling some experienced agents. I actually have a title, and I'm going to say it here. So with my approach at OREA, I call it ESPN. It's Experienced Seasoned Professionals Network.
Okay.
And if ESPN wants to sue me, line up. There are people
course.
ahead of you. But
Of course.
it's the experienced and seasoned. I don't want to say veterans or seniors or anything like that, because you don't have to be a senior to be 30 plus years in the business.
100%. Yeah.
Nobody's doing it. I guess maybe the answer to the question is already built in. You succeeded when you were going against the grain in the male-female with a male pushback. You have the it, and you have the vision, the foresight to build a legacy plan. And the name is actually, what is the name of your
Vieira Legacy.
legacy? Yeah. So you had all that, but most don't. Very, very few do. And I think I think, like you said, it's sort of disappointing that you have such a wonderful career. You help so many people, and then you just walk away from your business, your relationships, and money, and you're actually letting your clients down because
That's the good point, Manny. You also are letting your clients down. Your clients have been trusting you all these years. They will trust you if you say, here's a person that is going to take good care of you. They will listen to you. And of course, you have to put your clients in a person
Right.
that you trust.
Right.
But there are good new agents out there that are willing to take over your business. So it's a two-way street. It's a win-win situation.
So who's responsible for this? Who should approach? Are the new agents coming up to you and saying, Maria, look, can I work under your umbrella? Can I do like a co-op with you?
Definitely.
Are they, is it incumbent upon them to come to you, or are we supposed to go
I
to them?
think we should. If I was to stop my business, I would plan to. I would go and talk to one of those agents and say, "Here, I have this clientele. Do you want to buy them of me? I will help them,
Right.
but I would be the one." Going to them. We have the experience. We know what we do. The new agents don't know what you do, but you know. So you have to. It's our job to propose that to them, to teach them how to become you in a way.
So, I hear this a lot. Well, if the rookie needs me, they should come to me. But you're saying,
The other way around completely.
as a veteran, as a mentor, you should go to them.
Because you wanted to pass on your clientele.
Right.
To somebody that you trust. So I would look for someone that I would trust to have to take the legacy of my clients.
Did you have anybody help you, like a mentor, when you first came up?
No, I did not. That was not even a talk about it at that time.
Like when you walked in a room, everybody sort of, you're on your own sort of thing, right? Like
When I start, not even the broker of record was in town. It was away. The secretary told me, go after expired listings.
Okay.
I grabbed the yellow pages at that time, grabbed the phone, cold calls. I would do like 50 to 100 calls a day.
Yeah.
That's how I started, door knocking. But I started with family and friends. I was not ashamed. Who you gonna who you gonna feel comfortable with? Friends and family.
They often disappoint us first, but I think they disappoint us, Maria, because we don't approach them the right way. We take
I think
them
they
for
get
granted.
disappointed at us too.
Yeah.
There's always two sides of a
Right.
coin.
I agree. I think we disappoint them because we take them for granted.
Exactly. You expect them to call you because you are family,
Right.
and they think, oh, it's my family, and she never called me. She
Right.
never showed up. She never told me.
I agree.
No, I did the first step. And the same way I've been doing all the time. I don't expect you to come and shake my hand. If I see you, I go to you, I shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, you're a business person. You're business minded. If you had to go back, so you were there, you did 5 events in the first month, and then you left, right? Is that, how long were you with that first brokerage?
I was there for 6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. No, I was there for 6 months.
What would you change anything? Like in your first year, what would, Maria of 93 do different? Would you?
I have no regrets, to be honest. I think I did the right thing. I think I start the way I should have started. Back from the first day until now, the only thing I would change probably would be spend more time with my family.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one because
That's my only regret. Now it's easier because now everything is over the internet. Back on the days, you'd spend 2 hours back and forth with a sign back. You start at morning and you finish at night. You finish 1, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And a mother with 2 kids was very difficult. I had to miss birthdays. I have to miss school trips. That was the thing that I would change.
It's
I would
tough to
try
hear.
to have a better balance.
tough to hear, but it just, I don't want people to, I need people to understand, because you said it's easier today. I don't want to tell this generation that it's easier. There are things that complicate their lives a little bit more, like more buyer visits, there are more things, but in our time, and you and I were sharing a story before we started recording, you and I think, I don't know if it was the last time we did a deal together back in the day, but we were face to face, a property on Boone Avenue on Rogers and Dufferin area. And you came in, you sat down, you presented in front of my sellers, and you expressed your points of view on behalf of the buyer, introduced the buyers, and then you laughed back and forth. And I remember it was late, and I'm a father of two too, and I just left. And then Maria Vieira calls me back. I was on the 401. Manny, where are you going? I said, Maria, I'm going home. It's too late. Let's do this tomorrow, right? Today, none of that happens. Today, it's all, email, text, no face-to-face.
There's no communication. There's no connection between the agents. There's no handshakes. There's no
Connection
trust.
Between the agents.
Between the agents, I think it's very important. If you bring an offer to one of my deals, I would tell my seller, if let's say we are in a multiple offer situation, I would tell my seller, I know Manny for many years. I know their client, the deal will close because he pre-approved these clients. There's a trust. You gain that trust with shaking hands, with face-to-face, not on typing. You don't. Of course, I do that. We have to do that. But we lost that connection. We lost that trust between agents.
100%.
I miss that.
Why are you here? Did I pay you?
No, you didn't pay me to be here. Of course not.
I don't have any money to pay you for this.
Of course, and I would
When did I call
expect-
you for this?
When?
Yeah.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. And you quickly said yes.
I quickly said
And you
yes.
trusted me.
I said it's an honor
Okay.
to be here with you. I trust you because we have a past,
Mutual respect.
mutual respect from the past, not from 2 days ago, or mutual respect is
It's a
from years
relationship.
ago.
And we don't work together. We never worked together in the same umbrella.
We did a few deals together, and all the deals closed, and it was a pleasure. Like we had a good connection.
Yeah, and it's to your point. I'm making the point that you build a relationship with the Marias of the world, and it will always pay you back. I had the insight or the luck to think, okay, who can we speak to that can reflect the present and the past, and went into my little Rolodex and had the respect and the opportunity to invite Maria. Maria said yes. So
Thank you.
build relationships.
100%.
Tough question. I know you thought about it. So the pursuit of it, in one word, if you can, what does Ronaldo have that most other soccer players don't have? What is it? What is it? One word.
For me,
What does Maria have when somebody asks me, that Maria Vieira, and I'd say, oh, she's got it. What is it?
driven,
Drive.
100%.
That's it. Mine was fear. My grandmother,
Driven.
my paternal grandmother said, like, failure is not an option. It about just like get to
Yes.
work.
I do not take a no as an answer. If you give me a no, you have to give me an explanation. Just a no, I won't take it.
And you proved it.
And I prove it, 100%.
Coming in the 90s in a male dominant,
Oh my
chauvinistic business, you proved it.
If I have to go back on time and choose another, go into any other business, I would still go into real estate business. I think I started at the right time, believe it or not. I started at the right time because there was only a few of us as women, and I built a trust from women and from men.
Yeah.
And I made so many other women become real estate agents because of me.
So you're a leader.
100%.
You earned the trust of male clients, female clients, but also the male and colleagues.
100%.
I can speak on behalf of all the other male salespersons or brokers that I know. Maria Vieira, when you say Maria Vieira, like people, oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's like, hats off.
I built our respect.
Yeah.
But I respect people back. It has to be a two-way street. In anything in life is a two-way street, Manny. Would you respect me if I didn't respect you?
We wouldn't be here having
We
this
wouldn't be
conversation.
here, 100%. Thank you.
Yeah, it is like that. I mean, there's so many things you can do, but drive is your word. And listen,
100%. Most people fail because they get too comfortable on their way. They forget that there's a two-way street. As you said before, I'm very successful. I make good money, but I give, I help. Again, it's a two-way street. You have to be grateful for what you did, what you earned, and to be happy to keep going. Like, I don't feel tired even today.
oh, you're so young, for heaven's sakes.
No, we all feel tired.
Yeah.
But I do not feel, I'm not tired of my business. I don't go to work pushing, another day of work. I still love what I do. And I used to tell my kids, I don't care what you do when you grow up. Just do what you like and be one of the best.
Do your kids give you a hard time? Say, Mom, we can't do it like that anymore.
My kids,
They give you a hard time.
you know
for
what
doing-
my kids do? They go, Mom, you mislead us. And I said, what do you mean? We became real estate agents because we saw the way you were always happy and bring a lot of money home. But this is not as easy as we thought. You mislead us. Can you believe it?
I believe it. Look,
Because I try never to bring problems home. I would not get any problem solved by bringing the problems at home. I'm very organized. What's work is work, home is home.
Yeah.
I've had very little time with my kids, so I want to have a good time with them. So I mislead them.
You made it seem easy.
Made it seem easy.
And that's the true art of a professional, right? Like Wayne Gretzky, you can't teach other people how to win face-offs. He made it seem so easy. Skating for Paul Correa was so easy but you can't teach that. But he made it look easy. You made it look easy and you give your kids the impression. But they're going to stick around, right? They're going to...
They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
But is real estate a business easy?
80% fail, Maria. I don't know.
So
you tell me.
No, it's, not easy. Even today, it's not easy.
It's not. I think. I don't know if it's harder or less, or was less or more hard in the 90s. So the 90s, for those that, like, we have a generation of realtors that came in the early 2020s, and then you had the COVID, and then you had the boom in 2021, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, anybody can sell real estate then.
Definitely.
You came up in the 90s, and the 90s, the market crashed in 89, beginning of 90, and it sustained like a down market until 97, 98. There was no 20% month over month, year over year.
No, not like
So
now.
you came up, tough times, an extended down market, buyer's market, and then slowly, but it was almost a decade, and you killed it.
Well, that's what I wanted to. That's what I want to do. I want to be. I want to be doing something that I would be one of the best.
Yeah, and you did.
And off topic.
No, no, you go ahead.
I'm just saying. You know why I became a real estate agent?
No.
You know, Delino Ribeiro used to be a real estate agent.
Of course.
So my real estate agent at that time, we bought, then we sold, then we were in process of buying again. We went out for dinner, the four of us, and his wife was taking the license, the real estate license. And Adelino goes to me, "What are you doing now, Maria?" I said, "Oh, I went back to college. I'm George Brown College I was taking secretary course." And he goes, "Maria, you should become a real estate agent. I bet you'll be making $100,000 a year." So I went home, $100,000, $100,000. Of course, $100,000 at that time. In the morning, I pick up the phone. Adelino, what do I do to register? So I took my license, and on the first year, I did my $100,000. I honor that.
Let me translate that. Have you ever thanked Adelino for that?
Of course. We're friends until now.
I'm going to translate what you just said to everybody that's at home. $100,000 is 25 ends back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day. $100,000, 25 ends. Today, $100,000 is for sales. Perspective. Yeah. I just wanted to throw that in.
It's
so people say, "Oh, Maria, what's 100,000?"
Yeah,
25 ends.
Exactly.
Or more in 1993. If you look at the average house price, then it was probably 140. Check it, fact check it. And at the commission at the time it was 2.5 because the Competition Act had kicked in
exactly.
89. It's a lot of work, a lot of work.
But I commit myself to. I set a goal. My goal was $100,000 because Adelina put that on my mind.
Right.
So $100,000 was my goal, and I hate to fail. So whatever it takes to get there, I commit myself to do it.
So
and I did it.
Adelino saw the it in you.
He saw the it on me.
Yeah, good for him.
After three sales with us, he saw that even now, he says, and we work together in the same office, he kept on saying, "Maria, I saw that on you."
Yeah.
And he did. And I thank him for that because I couldn't do anything else.
So it is, you can see it. You can feel it, the it.
You can.
You can. It's
You
interesting. When you see somebody new coming into the business can you tell if that person has it?
I can.
Okay.
I can. And I did. And I did tell a few.
Yeah.
I have 3 real estate agents that used to be my clients, and they are they do very well. And I told them. They didn't know what to do. I said, "Take the real estate license. You'll be good at it."
Okay.
And some of them that come ask me, "What do you think if I take the license?" I feel like, no, stay home. Don't do it.
It's tough, like 80%
It's
fail.
very tough.
Yeah.
People think this is an easy job. It's not an easy job.
Yeah, we like you gave your kids the impression it was all tough. Tough then, somewhat different reasons, longer days for sure, and
Much longer.
And it's very, actually very vulnerable of you to say, look, I'd change that. I don't know if you could succeed at your level and spend as much time as you wanted to with your kids. I don't know if you can do both. Today, technology gives us a better balance of things. But
every time for me, my biggest problem was time.
Yeah.
There was only 24 hours on the day. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be very successful and still have time with my kids. I wish that we had more than 24 hours on the day back then.
You're a workaholic.
Only 24 hours was not enough for me. It's true, and I wouldn't feel tired.
But listen, I know you'd go back home for vacation, so you balanced.
Oh, I do.
You checked yourself. You sort of kept
recharge batteries.
Right, and that's important.
When I'm at work, I'm at work. When I'm at party, I'm a party. Like vacations are vacations. Work is work.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that. I'd rather take time off and leave the business with someone you trust,
right.
But go recharge batteries. I take vacations 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah. Always, though. I remember Maria's gone.
Yes.
And there are other people, we're not going to mention names coming up, that would take time off, and they're still in the business today but you need to check yourself and monitor your stress and everything else. Otherwise, you're
It's a
not going to
balance. You need to have that balance, and you cannot drain yourself. When you feel that you need vacation, you should take vacation. It's
Yeah.
important. It's like you need to eat every day, right? That's important for you. That it's better to spend the money on vacations than go to the pharmacy to get
to medicate it. Yeah.
medicate yourself.
My mentor Brian Buffini would say in the beginning of the year he blocks off. Look, to be honest with you today, it's the beginning of the year for me as a broker, and I just blocked off a week in Myrtle Beach for golf in the beginning
Good
of
for you.
October. He taught me to plan your year in advance,
100%.
right? And then work around it.
100%. That's why I'm saying I plan my year. I set my goals at the beginning of the year, and I do everything possible to achieve those goals because I have a commitment to myself, accountability to myself. It's very important. You need to have accountability.
Physical and mental health.
100%.
I'm going to ask you for a prediction. Market this year, next year, what do you think? Same as last year, better or worse?
This year is going to be better, a little bit better than last year. In 2027, we're going to have a good market.
We're going to turn around in 27.
We're going to, yes, 100%.
You heard it here, folks. I agree. I think this year.
Good. You'll see positive this year.
Yeah.
But very slowly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be a tough year for realtors.
It's going to be a very tough year for many people holding to their high interest mortgage.
And as a realtor, you got to work your ass off.
You have to.
No bullshit, no excuses.
No, but you can still do it. If
Yeah.
you wanted to do it, you do it.
What was the average rate in 1993? Do you remember? Last question.
But the rate of what?
Interest rate.
1993, 10%.
Yeah. We're at 3.9 or whatever. It was 10%.
And that was 10%, and was no CMHC, was first and second mortgage. Private. So if you didn't have 20%, which most people don't, you would go on a second mortgage at 12, 13, 15%. And people still made it.
I hope, if for no other reason, and again, this podcast is not about me, it's about the guests. I hope people hear that and it goes viral. The rates that were charged, and people will always buy and sell real estate, the 5Ds. And people were buying and selling real estate in spite of first mortgage rates being at 10% and seconds being at 12, 14, 16.
15, 16.
They needed to, and all those people that sacrificed and bought homes then own at least $1 million in real estate assets today. If not all, most.
Of course.
Maria, listen, I'm humbled to, look, number one, this is not my gig. This is something that I think I enjoy doing, and I was having trouble getting back to it because I had a little pause, and now we're recording video and all this crazy stuff. But I think people like you must be heard, need to be heard, and because you have a wealth of experience. And I hope really I hope this thing really, people hear it, see it. And AI is good, but this sort of intelligence is priceless in this experience. So I want to thank you for coming. I want to wish you continued health and success.
And I hope that people appreciate what you're putting in, what you're giving them for free.
It's a privilege for me to be able to do it. And I want to sort of set the table for the rest of us, the 30% of realtors that are 65 or more that feel they don't have anything. There is something that you can give back.
There's always something. If you want to provide, you will.
Good.
It comes from you.
I'm again grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think the producer needs to cut anything. I think we did a fabulous job. You did a
I
fabulous
think so.
job.
I don't think he's even here.
He's not here. So we just wrapped up recording another podcast, and we're talking about the Supreme Handoff and what is it. My experience in almost 4 decades in real estate, organized real estate, is that realtors don't often treat our business as a business. And when we are winding down our business or our careers, we just walk away from it all. And I think that's unfortunate. We have a plan. It's called the Supreme Handoff. It's something that you implement, you monitor, you track, and you make money off of it. You carry on the legacy that you built. And just as importantly, we honor the clients and the relationships that we built and fostered over 10, 15, 20, 30, in my case, 40 years. The clients almost expect us to hand it off, and often we don't. Most often we don't. So if you want to get more information on this program, contact us at the office. We'll be discreet, we'll be confidential, and have a conversation. How do I transfer this? How do I carry on my legacy and my business onto someone else and honor and respect the relationships that I built, and I can make some money off of it and go on a perpetual vacation? For more information, give us a call. It will be discreet and confidential. Call myself at the office, 416-535-8000, or our broker of record, Lucia Macedo. I'm more than happy to have a discussion with you in all strict confidence.